Hello everyone! In this video, we are going to take a look at how to import custom geometries into Overte. So to start, let's use Blender to create something very simple. I'm going to use Susan, and I'm going to just do File, Export, FBX. So you can also import GLTF, but in general, FBX has the most robust support right now, according to the documentation. So if you export FBX, I'm going to put it here to do a monkey, and we don't need to change anything else. Go back here. In the domain, you have the permission to create stuff. We can go to Edit, Asset Browser. You can see all the assets available in the current domain, and you can upload from your current computer. So here we have the monkey here. I'm going to open it and give it a pass. Let's say geometries. That's the monkey right here, right? So after you upload it, you can see it's going to appear, and you can add it to the world. Now when you add it to the world, you can select the way condition is generated. There are a few different ways. You can use box if you are just trying to be simple. Let's do this one, and Susan is here, right? So if we walk around, you can see it's already blocking us, and we cannot, we cannot go past it. So that's the basic way of adding a geometry. Now this is not very exciting because without textures, you can see those artifacts, and it doesn't look very appealing, right? So the way, the next step is to add a texture. So here I have a geometry. A barrel is actually from the low poly city set from a online store, and you can see it has a material. Now notice what happens if we just import this guy. I'm going to go to my asset browser, upload, choose a file, go to test. That's the geometry. Open this one and go to geometries, put it inside here, and we can see it right here. I'm going to add to world, and in this case I'm going to give it a good condition, and you can see the geometry is here. You will notice that there is no texture, and the reason for that is because even though it looks like there's a texture, the texture is hidden. Right, if you go to texture paint and look at the texture, this is a texture we have. But if you expand, you can see the information of the image. You can see we are using an absolute path. If you are using an absolute path, when you import into Overte, it's not able to find it. So instead, what we are going to do, we are going to use a relative path. So here, you see this one. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing up as a relative path, but well, what you can do, okay, there are actually two ways you can do this. Let's use a simple way. So the simple way is you can select the same object and go to File, Export as FBX, and then in this case, in the path mode, we can use Copy and make sure you click this button. What's going to happen is instead of reference an external texture, it's now going to save the texture directly inside the image. Now if we export, and you can see that okay, where did I save it? Export FBX. Oh, okay, I saved the wrong name. So let's find it here, put it back here, give it a name, right? So with texture, now you can see it's slightly bigger than just the file because it also includes the texture. By the way, I'm just making a copy of this file here because I want to show how relative path works. But basically, we can see that we have the texture embedded inside the file. Now, back here, you can go to Edit. We can now import the file with the texture. Do geometries, save it. And now if I go somewhere else, go to geometries, find the one with the texture, add to the world, and we can see hopefully the guy with the texture, right? So you can see it with the texture right here. This is a low poly one, so it's not a fancy texture. So that's one way to do it. Now there should be another way, and I actually haven't tested it before. Let me just try it. So I have this one here, right? I'm going to export it, and I have already changed the path to the texture. So I'm going to export it here. I'm going to do relative path. Path mode, we use relative and export. So now if we close this one and open a new Blender, and if we find the relative one, what we should be able to see is that texture here is now okay, it's still showing as an absolute one, but the texture should be a relative one, right? So what this will enable us to do is, now if we go to edit, the browser, I'm going to choose the relative one, and I'm going to do geometries and okay. So now if I go here and I'm going to just drop the asset, this is a relative path, add to word. I do not expect to see the texture, by the way. Yes, I do not expect to see the texture yet. But what we can do now is choose the file, choose this one, also upload that one to the same folder. And now we know the file is here. And what we can do is, I'm going to just jump to a different place and come back. And then go here, jump back, and find my thing. Let me see. Let's see whether it works. Oh, it totally doesn't work. Okay, yeah. Then in that case, I thought it should work because I'm using a relative texture, but looks like it doesn't work. Let me just check. So we have the relative one here. If I look at the properties, the model is right here. We don't have anything else. Maybe we can change some stuff there. I don't know. Okay, looks like it doesn't work. Okay, so in that case, then for simplicity, just make sure you embed the texture when importing the geometry. Now there's one other thing you can do with the FBX format. You supposedly should be able to import an FBX with animation, but I have tried it and it just doesn't work. So I will make another video on how to prepare an FBX with animation when I figure out how it works. Thank you for watching.